Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you this afternoon because I actually slept in because I was like so tired last night and I was gonna do another video, but this is actually for the Wednesday versus video that is coming out tomorrow afternoon, so definitely tune in to this special video for band versus band this time for Yellowcard versus Paramore and for this time around. For this Wednesday versus video. So I'm going to discuss what I'm going to be talking about for Season 3, Episode 10 for Yellowcard versus Paramore, and let you know my thoughts on these two bands and what I think of them. So let's dive right into this special video. Now, basically, with what I've listened to with Yellowcard, I actually like them more. I don't hate Paramore. I still like Paramore, but I just we'll get into Yellowcard first. I've only heard Childhood Eyes. I've heard the song Sing For Me, which was a little while ago, but I never heard the album Ocean Avenue, which I heard is their most popular record and pretty well received album from what I've heard. But I gotta listen to more of their music to determine if I like them or not. I wouldn't say I hate Yellowcard. They're still pretty good. Like the Childhood Eyes EP, I really enjoyed. I own that on CD, of course, and it was worth the purchase. For only 5 songs and like $8, it's not a bad price. With what I paid for it. So basically, Yellowcard is a contender to be the winner. Paramore I've heard more of. I like Paramore. I mean, yeah, let's admit, they drifted from the pop punk sound, the punk rock, pop punk kind of sound, and went more into the more pop friendly stuff with their new stuff. I mean, Hayley Williams does have good vocals. I will give her that. But with some of the new stuff they release, it's hit or miss. Like, After Laughter it had some interesting moments in the album. I think it was a solid record. Would I say it was one of my favorites? I'd have to listen to it a little more to determine, but it wasn't my favorite record of 2017. But it still was something interesting. But still, the new album, This Is Why, had some interesting songs, but it didn't land the execution as well as I thought it would. But still, Sekum Sa was one of the very weakest songs. It was just horrible with how it sounded. Big Man, Little Dignity was probably my favorite song, and also Thick Skull, and some other songs that they released from that album that were pretty interesting. So, Figure 8, I believe, was one of the tracks, and that was a pretty interesting track. So, I think the first 2 albums are really good from Paramore. Riot and the 2005 album, which was one of their best records. Some songs were kind of radio friendly, but still sounded good. Then Brand New Eyes came out, and that was an interesting album. I actually did enjoy that record for how it sounded. The only exception was a more melodic, mellow song that they wanted to do for that track. It wasn't terrible, it happened. It was a good song in its own way. One of my least favorites, but not the worst tracks. All I Wanted was pretty good. And then comes their 2013 album. That one was filled with experimentation. It still had some heavy songs from time to time, but I think Part 2 was my favorite. Along with Now, that was a pretty good one. So basically, they've had some hits and misses. I think they've released like 6 albums in their discography. And now they are basically going to a new record label, is what I hear. So basically, I've heard more of Paramore than I have of Yellowcard. And in this sense, I think you know who the winner's going to be. But to be fair, I will say Yellowcard is really good. And in this, just to be nice, I'm going to choose both for the winner. Because they're both very talented bands. I would say Paramore does experiment a little more and goes out of their comfort zone to try to do new things with their music. That's not a terrible thing as long as it executes well. And sometimes it doesn't with their music. But hey, they give it a shot, see what they think of it, and then they realize that some people don't like it, and like, okay, I think we can do a little better for the rest of the album. So basically, yeah, I'm choosing both as the winner in this case because I do want to listen to Yellowcard's discography, which I do plan on doing marathon studio album reviews in their discography for the band Yellowcard, so definitely tune into that. I think I'm going to be doing it in March. I think I'll have time to do it in March or April. So just hopefully you'll enjoy those marathon studio album reviews when I get them ready to go and all that. So I'm already starting with the Silverstein album reviews for their whole discography, which I got 8 more albums to review. I'm on the 3rd album I'm listening to right now, Arrivals and Departures, so you will be seeing that review before this Wednesday Versus video comes out. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this Wednesday Versus video for Season 3, Episode 10 for Yellowcard versus Paramore. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible, and thanks for watching.